All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed for you. Don't forget I post at least 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day, so hit the subscribe, check back often. But this one started off just a real quick version of this. Here's when a next generation Chevy Silverado and a GMC truck will launch. We're not going to go through this whole thing. We do know that it is going to be on a new platform called the GMT 1-2 platform. Instead of the original GMT1 platform, it's going to be the TM1-2 that'll be here. And it is going to be coming out in a 26 year of 2026 as a 2027 model for both of these, for the Silverado 1500 and a GMC Sierra 1500. So just it's important to know that stuff so you know what to expect when you could be getting a new one, and whether you want to wait for the new one that comes out as a 2027, it'll come out at the end of 26, or maybe you want to know when to get the best deal on a 2026 because the new one is coming out. These serve multiple both-way purposes for you. So, and this gives you an idea when that's going to happen. They don't give you a whole lot more information yet. They're going to talk about the original one's been announced since 2019. It will have an 8-year lifespan through 2026. You know, they're just giving you this info, and that's all great. But all we know so far, it's going to be both the new ones will be on a T1-2 platform, and they're coming out as a 27 model year. So use that information however it best benefits you, whether it's waiting for that new one, or when to get the best deal on a 2026 model year. If you're looking for, you know, if you were going to buy in 25, you might get pretty good deals. But if you were to wait till 2026 after the 27 is announced, those deals might even be better. So all about influencing your decision to help you make the best decision. Next one up here, how much horsepower does a Hemi 5.7 engine create? We don't care, but what we do care is this: what does one cost? There are a lot of people out there with trucks that are running 5.7 Hemis. Okay, a lot of them. What if you were able to say, let's say you got 250,000 miles on it, but you love your truck and it's been fantastic for you. You don't want to go out and buy one of these new trucks and give up all that reliability and how great your truck has been and deal with all the emissions and the auto start stop and all the BS crap and them selling your data and all the garbage that's going on in the world and the lack of quality control today and the junk that we get, these disposable trucks, and you love yours, but your motor's getting some miles on it. Look at this right here, okay? You can buy from Mopar genuine parts, okay? That's legit. That's the actual Mopar one. Listed 5.7-inch Gen 3 Hemi crate engine, part number blah, 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 for $74.95. However, it's currently on sale right now, $5,400. Okay, this is a full-blown crate motor. You can get it for $5,400. Something to think about. And realistically, I'll bet a mechanic, again, don't quote me, but I'm guessing you're between $1,000 to maybe $1,500 for having this motor swapped out and put in. I'm guessing. But realistically, I mean, look at that, $5,400. Let's call it $1,500. So we add that $1,500, $7,000, and you get a brand new actual legit from Mopar crate motor, not a rebuild, not a remanufacture, nothing like that. A full-blown crate 5.7, the same exact engine was put in from the factory that is built. This engine will be built at the factory, delivered to you in a crate, and your mechanic puts it in for you, or you do yourself. But that's pretty impressive that you can get a crate 5.7 for $5,400. Something to think about. Again, we're not lingering too long on here. We are moving on to this next one here. This is the main one we want to talk about. Everything we know about the new combustion engines from Toyota that they're coming out with, but there's also some interesting philosophies that Toyota has on EV versus hybrid in this article that I thought was very interesting. I want to share with you. So they're going to go on and talk about the competition between the EV market, blah blah blah. I don't care about any of that stuff. None of this matters, and how Toyota has a long history of doing hybrids and being not very interested in EVs, and how they're not really embracing the EVs like other ones are for the BEVs, the battery plug-in, battery-only electric vehicles. Okay, they go on to talk about that. That's all fine. Here's where it gets interesting. So they even say, though Toyota has fallen behind its global counterparts in transition to fully electric vehicles, a few reasons back that choice. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. It's the interesting part. This right here is this one right here is that the company's internal documents illuminate its 1:6:90 ratio. Okay, that's what that means. 1:6:90 ratio here. And what does that mean? That's the rule. This is interesting, very interesting. it states that the same amount of raw material used to generate one fully electric vehicle can use to make 6 plug-in hybrids, hence the 1:6 that we see right here, okay? One fully electric vehicle has enough raw material to make 6 plug-in hybrids, or as many as 90 non-plug-in hybrids. Okay, so one EV vehicle, full EV, the same materials can be used to make 6 plug-ins or 90 hybrids. That's amazing. That is shocking. Now listen to this. Okay, Toyota estimates that these 90 hybrid cars combined offsets 30 times the carbon emissions than a single EV does. Tell me this line, this paragraph right here, this little segment isn't worth gold. Let the reality of that sink in. One fully electric vehicle requires the same amount of material to make 6 plug-in hybrids, forget the 6 plug-in hybrids. The 91 fully electric vehicle uses the same amount of materials needed to make 90 hybrids. And the estimates that those 90 hybrids combined offset carbon emissions 37 times more than a single EV does. That's very, very interesting. I mean, that's crazy interesting. That's value right there. Studies substantiate this argument to some extent, indicating midsize hybrids offer a lower life cycle carbon footprint than even compact EVs when driven for 150,000 miles. Owning to energy-intensive battery production process. Despite criticism, Toyota and its sister companies Mazda and Subaru uphold their commitment to ICE. They have pledged to continue investigating, work harder in fuel-based technologies, and a move that would also benefit hundreds of suppliers struggling to shift to electric vehicles. With the challenges of lagging charging infrastructure and high cost of EVs in mind, Toyota is banking on rising demand for fuel-efficient ICE, especially hybrids. We knew that. That's very cool. We knew that Toyota is anti-EV, and I like Toyota for that. I'm with them. Screw these EVs. I don't want nothing to do with these stupid EVs. I'm not a fan. But Toyota's new ICE is under development. Now they're rolling out some new ones. We've talked about this before, but here we're learning a little more. So Toyota significant leap with new hybrid engines is noteworthy. The latest combustion engines are more compact while delivering roughly the same power as traditional internal combustion engines. Of the 3 engines announced by Toyota and its sister companies, there's the 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine is about 10% smaller in volume compared to its current generation of engine with similar displacement. Now there's some downsides to this. Okay, shorter bore strokes, less torque, less low power. They're going to be little rubber bandy, whiny, screamy, little high-strung little motors, but still, in a lot of these cars, it's fine. Similarly, another 1.5 turbocharged engine is 20% smaller than the existing 2.5 naturally aspirated variant. Lastly, the 2-liter turbocharged version is 10% smaller than a 2.4-liter turbo unit. Both turbo variants offer 30% higher efficiency than their counterparts. In addition to the reduced size, these engines are also lighter. Okay. They go on to say in here too, these improvements are achieved by implementing shorter piston strokes, the shorter piston strokes resulting in decreased torque, which also compensated for by electric motor. So they're actually going to counter that, which is kind of nice. This approach enhances efficiency by reducing the maximum RPM these newer engines can make. Smaller piston strokes lead to compact engines, can now allow for lower front hoods. This in turn would improve aerodynamics, reducing the center of gravity and minimizing cabin vibrations. And it's also it's a sum of its parts. It's all these little changes that help get higher fuel or higher MPGs, lower carbon emissions, lower all this stuff. They are working hard on it. And these 3 new motors, the 1.5 natural, the 1.5 turbo, and the 2-liter turbo, are going to be very impressive motors. And I would even go as far as to say that because of Toyota and this joint merger they have between where they're doing between Mazda and Subaru on these vehicles, these are going to help us in the automotive industry push back the stupid EV stuff for a much longer period of time. Toyota, this is game changing, okay? Even though I would never buy one of these vehicles, they won't work in the trucks that I need. I love what Toyota is doing here and how they are doing everything they can to fight the EV world and keep the ICE engines alive, and they are doing it very well. My hat's off to Toyota for this. I love what they're doing here. I love their approach. I love this and the way they actually really broke it down and put it into real world. Well done here, Toyota. I mean, well done. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Put your comments down below. Thanks for watching, as always.